We booked a $30 ride from Cairo to Alexandria. Just a driver, no tour guide, no frills. One city fades out, the Mediterranean fades in. Alexandria isn't a city you conquer, it's one you crash into, let it wash over you, and hope you catch something real in just 24 hours. Stuck between the sea and Egypt's long memory, this city's been a crossroads for thousands of years. Greek, Roman, Ottoman, French, all of it layered under the noise of the now. It's gritty, moody, unexpected. A mosque next to Roman ruins. A Witcher-themed cafe. $40 apartment with a sea view and a 15-year-old security guard who's somehow more helpful than half the adults I met. This is a one day, one night, one morning dive into Alexandria. No fancy tour, no influencer fantasy, just a camera, a low budget, and whatever this city threw at me. Let's see what Alexandria is really like when you've got 24 hours to explore, $30 for the ride, just the real Alexandria. First stop, the catacombs of Kom el Shoqafa. This place, straight up Indiana Jones. You start above ground like it's just another day, then suddenly you're spiraling down into a multi-level tomb carved into the rock. Dim lighting, narrow tunnels, walls that feel like they're hiding curses. It's got that ancient booby trap energy. Roman, Egyptian, and low-key unsettling. Like someone carved out a royal crypt, then dipped before finishing the do not enter sign.
Can you even go up here? I don't have any lights. I think it's a dead end. It's hot up here.
Built back in the 2nd century AD, this was a private family tomb until someone said, hey, let's add some more bodies. And now it's a 3-level multi-use death bunker. Egyptian, Greek, and Roman vibes all smashed together. There's even a Roman-style banquet room down here, where they straight up eat with the dead. That spiral staircase originally used to lower bodies down. Now you walk it with your iPhone flashlight pretending not to trip. The place was accidentally rediscovered in 1900 when a donkey fell through a hole. That's not a joke. That's archaeology, baby. Next up, the Roman Theater. Just chilling in the middle of the city like it forgot it's 1700 years old. Built in the 4th century AD, this place could seat like 700-800 people. Lectures, music, maybe even some Greco-Roman wrestling if we're lucky. Spoiler, no statues of half-naked dudes grappling, so 0 for 10 for historical fan service. The layout? Classic semicircle, tight acoustics, and a bunch of Romanesque columns that somehow still hit, even if half of them look like they ghosted the blueprint halfway through. Some match, some don't, but honestly, that uneven ancient chaos kind of makes it better. Right next to it, you've got Roman baths, cisterns.
The baths, now it's making me think of hungry. Remember we went to the bathhouses, Dad? Oh, man.
And the Villa of the Birds, which sounds like a quirky B&B, but nah, it's full of tiny mosaics with actual birds. Honestly, fire details for something made before glass windows existed. Whole thing was buried for centuries until some construction crew stumbled into it in 1960. Like imagine pouring a driveway and oops, now you're in charge of ancient history. And this isn't just any ruin, it's the only Roman theater left in Egypt. There used to be hundreds. This one survived.
Oh, I was about to leave and then I stumbled upon this. Ooh. Oh, hell yeah. This place turned out way doper than I thought. Still wish that there was some Greco-Roman wrestling statues, but it ends here. I don't make any money off YouTube. I'm not jumping that.
Next up, we rolled over to Qaitbay Citadel, sitting right on the Mediterranean like it owns the place. Blue skies, salty breeze. Instantly felt like a breath of fresh air compared to Cairo's chaos. Now the Citadel itself, not gonna lie, it's not exactly the Taj Mahal. Built in the 15th century on the ruins of the old lighthouse of Alexandria. Yeah, that legendary lighthouse that was basically the ancient world's Times Square's beacon. So bonus points for location alone. Qaitbay was a fortress built to keep out the Ottomans and the Crusaders, so it's got that, business vibe with thick walls and towers. Nothing too fancy inside, but hey, the views of the sea make up for the lack of sparkle. So yeah, not mind-blowing architecture, but honestly, the whole scene, waves crashing, salty air, seagulls squawking, make it a solid spot to chill, shoot, and pretend you're some Mediterranean bigwig.
This hole has two functions. It's called the oil fallout. It's a big hole in the middle of the floor which has two functions. The first is to connect the first and second floors, and the second is to pour hot oil on enemies. Ooh, that's vicious.
Next up was the Sidi Morsi al-Abbas Mosque. Didn't actually go inside, just peeked in from the outside. Sometimes you gotta pick your battles, and today I was too chill to deal with some dude trying to hustle me for a shoe tip. The mosque itself, it's got that classic Mamluk vibe. Think intricate stonework, those signature minarets, and a vibe that's equal parts spiritual and I'm watching you. Next up, the Bibliotheca Alexandrina. Straight up, probably the dopest library I've ever stepped into. This place looks like a spaceship made of books, sci-fi vibes with some serious futuristic architecture. They've got museums, galleries, a kids section, but fair warning, everything comes with an extra fee. I low-key sneaked into one of the museums because no one stopped me, but got bounced from the kid zone real quick. Apparently I'm not a kid. Shocking, I know. The main library though, massive, clean, quiet, not like my libraries back home in Frisco. This place feels more like an art piece than just a place to nerd out on books. Plus, it's a nod to the ancient Great Library of Alexandria, which, FYI, was one of the biggest knowledge hubs in the ancient world before it got wiped out. So this modern beast is kind of carrying that torch, with way better lighting. After all that chaos, our driver finally dropped us off at Panda House, the sweet spot I snagged for $40 a night. We're talking 10th floor, ocean view, clean vibes, modern everything. Honestly, one of the best bang for your buck places on this whole trip. And not only that, Hayden, the owner of the house, is super cool. He got me some really good deals on seafood. Super fresh, ate on the beach. Panda House is the spot. Later that night, we played Frogger crossing the street. Cars, motorbikes, flying past like there's no tomorrow. No lights, no rules, just straight up chaos and vibes. Finally scored a ditty to this spot I scoped earlier, the Witcher Café. Yep, straight out of Geralt of Rivia's world. Couldn't resist my inner nerd. Fries and hot chocolate? It was alright, but I wasn't here for the snacks. I was here for that fantasy energy and the name alone. Low-key worth it. Next morning, I hit up Montaza Palace, thinking I was gonna catch some royal vibe or maybe finally see the Montaza Ida beach everyone talks about. Nah, straight up disappointment. Built back in 1892 by Qaitbay al-Abbas II, last Ottoman boss of Egypt. This place used to be the royal summer crib, spread over 370 acres of gardens and beaches, a mashup of Turkish, Florentine, and Arab styles, so fancy turrets and arches for days. During World War II, it wasn't just a palace party. They turned it into a military hospital. So yeah, it's seen more chaos than your average tourist trap. But here's the kicker, most of it's still locked down tight, which explains the zero access and serious security vibes. Paid my fee, got the cold shoulder, and left feeling like I crashed a private gig. Waste of time, waste of money, hard pass, just putting it out there, my experience. The last spot we visited was Pompey's Pillar. Getting there was a little bit of a mission. Google Map, always fucking around. We finally found it right in the middle of the city, a small piece of land with the pillar standing tall. Now I thought it was just gonna be this single Romanesque column, but it turned out there was a whole lot more to explore. Of course, it was crawling with tourists, and you know how I feel about that. I'm a tourist too, but some of these folks, especially the ones that spend 30 minutes taking the most awkward poses, is just a vibe killer. It was a bit of a circus, to be honest. But here's the thing, if you just wander off a little and get away from the crowds, you can find those quiet, peaceful corners. You get a whole different experience. These tourists, they're more about the I was here selfie than actually taking it in. But when you step away from the crowd, that's when you really get to experience the place. So yeah, I still had a good time at Pompey's Pillar, but I made sure to explore it in my own way. All right, that's Alexandria wrapped up in about 24 hours. No sugarcoating, just the real messy, loud, beautiful city it is. If you like tagging along for this chaotic dive, hit the subscribe button, or don't. I'm not your mom. Either way, I'll be back with more raw budget travel vibes. Until then, keep your drone batteries charged and your expectations low. Peace, and keep being curious.